Hello students, I welcome you all. I am Sandeep Kaur, English mistress from Government Middle School, Kishanpura, District, Amritsar. Dear students, it's really my pleasure to share an interesting topic with you all. Dear students, before we move to our today's topic, let's do an activity. Look at the picture and guess what is going on. Yes, look at the picture. Look at the persons present there. Their dresses. I think you got an idea? Okay, so let's discuss. You are absolutely right. It's a hall, a big hall. It's a scene of court. There is a king, prime minister, courtiers, and all the member seems to be discussing some matter. So, dear students, this scene is related to our today's topic. The topic which we are going to do is about the king. It's an interesting and humorous play, The King Who Limped. A short play, The King Who Limped, is composed by Monica Thorne. Monica Thorne is a successful playwright. She has written a number of plays. Most of her plays are based on humorous themes. The King Who Limped is also a humorous play in which the author Monica Thorne criticizes the people who tries to win favor by flattery. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਚਾਪਲੂਸੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜੀ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕ੍ਰਿਟਿਸਾਈਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਇਸ ਪਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ. So dear students, let's do a pre-reading activity, learning new words and their meanings in the given context. Plump. Plump means a little fat. Quarreling. Quarreling means fighting. Anxious. Anxious means feeling worried. Tyrant. Tyrant means a cruel ruler, rude. Rude means not showing respect. Unusual. Unusual means strange, कुछ अजीब. Sycophant, a person who tries to win favor by flattery. Dear students, let's meet the characters of the play. The king, the prime minister. The prime minister is plump and important looking person in the story. Chancellor, a courtier. Two ladies in waiting. So there are two ladies in waiting. First lady is tall and slim, but second lady is short and very fat. Two heralds, a page, a dog. Dear students, let's read and enjoy. Scene: in the audience room of the palace, the courtiers are waiting for the king, the prime minister, the chancellor, and the ladies in waiting are anxious to meet the new king. Prime Minister: well, I think it is simply stupid having a king none of us has ever seen. Why, he might be a Chinaman or an African for all know. First lady: don't be silly. Second lady: why not if he is silly? First lady: why not if he is silly? Chancellor: you will get into trouble if you are found sitting on the throne. You would better get up. The courtier: I expect the Prime Minister found the steps hard, didn't you, Yours Excellency? Prime Minister: very hard, and His Majesty is keeping us waiting a long time. I am anxious, very anxious. First Lady: what about? Prime Minister: about the new king, whom none of us knows. Why, he may be a tyrant, a perfect tyrant. Second Lady: what's a tyrant? First Lady: one who makes you eat rice pudding when he knows you hate it. Second Lady: I like rice pudding. First Lady: you like anything to eat. Chancellor: will you stop being rude to one another? The king may be there at any moment. window. Courtier. There are crowds of people in the street, and it is pouring with rain. They don't seem to mind a bit. Now they are all waving their hands. The sound of a trumpet is heard. Ah, here he comes. Well, that's queer. Second lady. What's queer? Never mind. You will soon see. Second lady. But I want to know now. First lady. You would better get up. Get up of that throne, Jim Crow. Prime Minister. Stop calling me Jim Crow. My name is James Crowther. Sir James Crowther. Chancellor. Here comes His Majesty. Second lady. I do hope he is handsome. Chancellor. Of course, he is handsome. Prime Minister. I hope he won't want his own way too much. Chancellor. Of course, he won't want his own way too much. Courtier. Why shouldn't he want his? Prime Minister. Be quiet. Here he is. Then two heralds enter, blowing their trumpets. They are followed by the king, who wears a bowler hat and walks with a pronounced limp. Behind him comes a page carrying a dog on a cushion. Behind the page walk two neighbors, each of them holding a lead attached to the dog's collar. As the king goes up off the throne, the gentleman bow and the ladies courtesy. But there is a buzz of astonishment at the king's unusual appearance. Second lady. What a funny hat! Prime Minister. Why he limps? King. Well, here we are at last. Prime Minister. Your Majesty, if I may be so bold as to ask, who are these persons? King. Oh, I caught them in the street fighting. So I brought them in here to find out what it was all about. They were holding up the traffic. You would better sit down and wait. Chancellor, it is very unusual to bring common people into the palace, Your Majesty. King, what did you expect me to do? What did you expect me to do? Let them go on fighting? Prime Minister, no, Your Majesty, but King, but me, no more buts. But me, no more buts. I'm going to arbitrate between them. Second lady, what does arbitrate means? First lady, decide which is in the right and which is not. So, dear students, till here, from the dialects of the characters, we come to know about the scene. A new king is arriving. Everyone is feeling excited and worried. They all are worried. Prime Minister, Chancellor, and two ladies are discussing about the king's appearance. Then the king enters and they find the king's appearance unusual. The king's appearance strange. So, king is wearing a funny hat and limps also. So, funny hat and limps. The king limps. This thing make the characters, other characters, Prime Minister and two ladies unusual. They find all these things strange. With the king, the two persons with a dog also entered in the palace. Dear students, I think ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਨਿਊ ਕਿੰਗ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਲਈ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਥੋੜੇ ਐਕਸਾਈਟਿਡ ਤੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਵਰਿਡ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਿੰਗ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਦਾ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਇਹਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਰਾਜਾ ਨਵਾਂ ਕਿੰਗ ਨਿਊ ਕਿੰਗ ਪੈਲੇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਂਟਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਉਸਦੀ ਬੋਲਰ ਹੈਟ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈਰਾਨੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਰਾਜਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਰਾਊਨ ਪਾਇਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਉਸਦਾ ਲੰਗੜਾ ਕੇ ਤੁਰਨਾ ਵੀ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਅਜੀਬ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਫਿਰ ਕਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਏ ਦੋ ਪਰਸਨਸ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੁੱਛਣ ਤੇ ਨਿਊ ਕਿੰਗ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਗਲੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੜ ਰਹੇ ਸਨ ਅਤੇ ਟ੍ਰੈਫਿਕ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਰੋਕਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ So students, who are these two persons? Why were they fighting? I know you want to know all these things. We will come to know about this in the next part of this lesson. Now let's do some pre-reading exercises. As you have done pre-reading exercises of word meanings, characters, so keep all those exercises and the content of the lesson in your mind. It will help you to do the post-reading exercises. Let's start. Use the following words in the sentences. Number 1, plump. Number 2, quarreling. Number 3, anxious. Number 4, tyrant. Number 5, rude. Number 6, unusual. Number 7, sycophants. Dear students, make simple sentences of the above words. I know it's very easy and you can make simple sentences. Dear students, let's discuss sentences so that there will be no doubt at all. Plump. Rahul is plump and thin. Quarreling. The boys were quarreling in the playground. Anxious. I am anxious to know my result. Tyrant. Aurangzeb was a tyrant ruler. Rude. We should not be rude to our elders. Unusual. Unusual matter were discussed in the court. I repeat, unusual matters were discussed in the court. Sycophants. The king disliked sycophants. Dear students, let's do next activity. Learning to read and comprehend. Dear students, listen the questions and the 3 options with it carefully. Then try to find the correct option. So, are you ready? Okay, let's start. Question 1. Who was begging to stop the quarrel? Yes, who was begging to stop the quarrel? There are 3 options. First Lady, Chancellor, Prime Minister. I think you got the answer. Next question is, who likes rice pudding? Yes, you know about rice pudding. So there are 3 options. First Lady, Second Lady, Chancellor. Next, question number 3. The king was wearing dash on his head. There are 3 options. Crown, helmet, bowler hat. Yes, it's very easy. Next question. everyone was anxious to meet dash. A. Prime Minister. B. New King. C. Old King. I know you got all the answers. But let's discuss the correct answers so that there will be no doubt. Question 1. Who was begging to stop the quarrel? And the correct option is Prime Minister. Prime Minister was begging to stop the quarrel. Next question. Who likes rice pudding? Yes, second lady. B option, second lady, is absolutely correct. Second lady likes rice pudding. Next question. The king was wearing dash on his head. And the correct option is bowler hat. C option, bowler hat. Next question. Question number 4. Everyone was anxious to meet dash. And the correct person is new king. Everyone was anxious to meet new king. Dear students, your home assignment is try to prepare mind map regarding the qualities of the king. I hope you enjoyed to know about the new king who limped. So really it's very interesting and humorous story. Thank you so much everyone and have a nice time.